Friends, what's up? Welcome back. Free NBA daily bets podcast all day, every day. My name's Eric. You can follow all of my official bets at Easy Money Wins at Twitter. That's Easy Money Wins at Twitter. So I go over all of my. These aren't my first initial thoughts. I kind of study them and then look at them. I talk through it again, but sometimes I change my mind on these games, and like I could say, hey, I like this team on the podcast, then I do some more studying, then I look at some more in-depth stuff, and then I like change my mind last second, and the injury news happens. So you want to follow all my official plays, bet what I'm literally putting all of my money on. Follow me at Twitter, guys. Follow me there. So, all right, I'm not here to waste your time. Let's get into it. We got 4 games. 4 games. Well, I guess I'll do a small quick recap. It'll be a winning day today, no matter what. I still have the Magic out right now. I'm doing this podcast like 11:30 at night, so I got the Magic minus 3.5 going, and I got the Hawks plus 7.5. So still some work to do there, but regardless, even if those two lose, it'll be a plus 4 unit day, so that's great. But yeah, on to Thursday. So 4 games. First game up, we got the Detroit Pistons at the Charlotte Hornets. These two teams literally just played, I think, like 10 days ago, something like that. And the Hornets won on a buzzer beater. It was like a missed 3, and the Pistons did not box out. And then I think it was like Brandon Miller put the ball in at the buzzer. So literally the same arena. Detroit's returning back to where they lost at the buzzer. Detroit's going to be motivated. They're also off a loss to Chicago, so there's a lot of motivation going for Detroit. They're off a loss, a bad loss too, at home to Chicago, and then they're returning back to the same arena where they lost at the buzzer, where they really should have won that game if they just boxed out at the end. So the other thing is they're healthy. Only person out is Asar Thompson. And no back-to-back, so a focus spot for them. No look ahead. They're playing at Orlando on Saturday. So I really love the spot for Detroit. I was pretty shocked that they opened up as a +1 underdog. Let's see if the line's moved a little bit now. Let's see. I got Pick'em. I got +1 still. So I might bet this tonight. I don't think there's any reason to wait unless I'll wait for the injury. I'm tired of getting burned by the injury report. So I'm doing a really good job of judging this injury report and not becoming too impatient and just if I need to wait and see for who's officially going to be in, let's just wait and see. Let's wait all the way. Let's wait the entire day. And it's not the most ideal. You love to just get your bets in the morning. You know who you want to play, put them in. Don't have to think about it. Get ready to the game. But these injuries and it's fluky, man. It's fluky. So only way to combat that is just wait. Just wait. See who's playing. See who's in. Because I'm telling you guys, I placed thousands of NBA bets, like thousands. Okay, like last year I got 2,000 bets in for the whole season. I'm telling you, these points do not matter. I'm telling you guys, like very rarely do these points matter. What matters more is betting -105 as much as possible. -110, that's fine. That's acceptable too if you're able to win 53% of the time. But honestly, winning in sports betting, like it's hard to win 57% of the time. It's hard to win 55% of the time. Even on your best plays, it's hard to win 55% of the time. So the math is the math, guys. The math is the math, okay? There's plenty of sports books out there, plenty of them. A lot of them have -105 lines that are, shaded differently at different books. So, you can usually find -105, -108s out there. And as long as you're consistently betting those, you're ahead of the curve. You're going to pretty much, as long as you know what you're doing, as long as you know what you're doing with your edge in your sport, you're going to make money, guys. You're going to make money. So if this line moves to Pistons -2.5, by tomorrow, and I get -2.5, -105 instead of +1, -110, I'm telling you right now, very little difference in that. Very little difference in that. I will gladly take the -105 in my 54% win percentage Gladly take that 100 times out of 100, guys. Sorry, I'm just trying to put you guys on game because a lot of people do the sports betting stuff and they're laying like minus 115, minus 120, and I'm looking at these bets on Twitter and I'm just like, there's no reason. Like, what's your reason? Unless you like literally know that you're going to win 57% of all your bets, which I'm telling you right now is like highly unlikely. So be smart, guys. Bet minus 105, minus 110. If you have to step out, do it sparingly. Do it rarely. Whenever you have to take minus 115, minus 120, do it rarely, okay? All right, I'm off my soapbox for that. So, yeah, if this line goes to Pistons, minus 1, minus 1.5, minus 2 tomorrow, that's fine. I'll take minus 1.5, minus 105 all day. No rush to get to the line on this one. I don't see this line moving drastically. I'll wait up until the starting lineups come out for tomorrow. I'll be on the Pistons first quarter, first half full game. That over-under is at 219. And I lean under because I feel like if you like the Pistons to win the game, how are they going to win the game? They could get into a shootout. They could. But, they like to do it with defense. They like to control the game. So if they're controlling the game, they're playing good defense. I would like to lean that this game goes under. I'm still refining my over/under total betting. Some spots stand out to me like super easily. Others still trying to like get my footing with that. So I'm being patient with the over/unders. Still looking at stuff. Hopefully I can start releasing more over/unders come December. So that's that game. We'll go to the next game. There's only 3 games left, guys. So there's only 4 games tomorrow. So that's why I'm kind of talking a lot, kind of talking off topic, trying to put you guys on some sound betting advice to make you guys win money and not lose money. Because you can win money doing the sports betting stuff. You can. Absolutely you can. So, all right, next game, you got the Minnesota Timberwolves at the Toronto Raptors. These two teams played like the 3rd game of the season. Timberwolves won by 11. The spread was 11. I was on the Timberwolves that night. That was frustrating. I think I was on them on a 4-unit play. I think it was a 4-unit play, and it pushed, unfortunately. So this line is at minus 6.5. There's some interesting injury news. Scotty Barnes, their best player for the Raptors, he's questionable, and he practiced in full today. So he got a full practice in on yesterday. And yeah, I think he plays tomorrow, guys. I think he does. And I love that. I don't think Scotty Barnes, Scotty Barnes is a good player. Don't get me wrong. He's a really good player. But, first game back, he'll probably be on a minutes restriction. I'm saying I love that because that line's going to go down. It's at minus 6.5. I hope it goes down to minus 5. And I will be on the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'll probably be on the Minnesota Timberwolves even at minus 6.5. And I'll talk about that here. So Quickly's out for the Raptors. Jacoby Walters questionable. They're a rookie. They've had 2 days off and a nice win against Indiana. So Toronto feels very good about themselves. They finally broke their losing streak. They were close to beating other teams. They finally beat a team. Now, how do I think that they're going to handle that success? I don't think they're going to handle it well, guys. I do not think that. The next game is Sunday at Cleveland, so no back-to-back here for them. A good rested spot for the Toronto Raptors, and then they start a 4-game road trip after this game on Sunday. So that's the Raptors side of the equation. Minnesota, they're off 2 nice wins. They beat Phoenix at the buzzer, and they've had 3 days off, so they haven't played since Sunday. So their next game is at Boston. Obviously, that's it doesn't really matter for playoffs because these are 2 Eastern Conference teams for Minnesota. So it literally does nothing for playoffs except for just like your win-loss record. So, obviously they are looking forward to playing Boston. Those are the defending champs. Minnesota was a couple wins away in the Western Conference Final from going to the NBA Finals and playing them. So they definitely want to show Boston, that they got lucky or however way Minnesota wants to spin it, right? So that is something to keep in mind here. It is something to keep in mind here. Minnesota probably thinks they can just walk in and beat them. So I don't know if I'm going to go first quarter, first half on Minnesota, but I think full game Minnesota imposes their will And, I mean, the Raptors are good, really feisty, good effort team. But I do lean Minnesota -6.5. I hope Scotty Barnes gets ruled in and that line drops a lot, because then I'll really like Minnesota. I think that's a spot where I have to respect Toronto. They've been playing really well all season, even though their win losses don't show it. And I could see them covering that first quarter, first half, and coming out the gates fast, and Minnesota kind of sleeping at the wheel. So that's my look on that game. Over under on that game is 225. I like over 225. I think Minnesota, again, might be caught sleeping a little bit in the beginning. Toronto has some scorers and some shooters. I lean a little bit over there. I do lean over there. Okay, next game, guys. The Utah Jazz at the San Antonio Spurs. This is the third meeting between these teams already. They're 1-1. Each team has won at each other's arena. And these two teams literally played last Tuesday? No. Sorry, they played like a week and a half ago, and then they play again next Tuesday. So they played 2 times already. Tomorrow will be the third time, and then they play the fourth and final meeting on Tuesday of next week. So, an interesting spot. You're playing the team 4 times with like the first 20 games of the season. So, kind of interesting. Jazz are on a 4-game road trip. This is the last game of their 4-game road trip. They lost the 3 previous games against really good playoff teams. They have Walker Kessler out, and Jordan Clarkson is questionable with plantar fasciitis. Now, if you listen to my NFL Bets, my free NFL Bets podcast, then I used to be a Division I college linebacker. And Jordan Clarkson has plantar fasciitis. I had plantar fasciitis. That thing is no joke, guys. I can't. And I had it when I was playing basketball in middle school, and that was no joke. So, I mean, that's a serious thing. I mean, if he's not feeling well tomorrow morning, he stretches that thing out, Clarkson, he'll probably sit. He'll probably rest. He'll rest that plantar fasciitis and get it feeling better. So that is something to monitor for Utah. I definitely want Clarkson in there if you're going to bet Utah, in my opinion. Their next game is Saturday at home against New York. So that's the Utah Jazz side. The Spurs side, they're off a very nice win on Tuesday in the NBA Cup game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I was on the Spurs plus 10.5, and they won outright. So that felt good. And their next game is the Warriors Saturday at home. So nice spot for both of these teams, rested for both of these teams. Utah is off that NBA Cup game at Los Angeles against the Lakers. So, both teams are rested, feeling good. Chris Paul is questionable, and Zach Collins is questionable. Wembanyama is out. Devin Vassell is out. So, I mean, essentially, Wemby and Vassell are out. They were out on Tuesday. So, if Paul and Collins play, it's basically the same team that beat Oklahoma City on Tuesday that will be playing today. So, I can only lean San Antonio just because obviously they played well, so they got some good momentum on Tuesday. They're still at home. They've been at home for a little bit, I think. And they need to beat this team. Why? Because if you're a competitor, you lost this team on your home court. You can't let them beat you on your home court again. So that's my thought process situationally. I think they're going to be ready to go in this one. The line's dropping. It's -2.5 now. -3, -2.5 on the Spurs. I'm ready to be on the Spurs first quarter, first half full game. I am very much considering that as a play, for sure. I think the Spurs bounce back against, they won their last game, but get their revenge against the Jazz that they played, 10 days ago or so. So, yeah, I'm looking to play the Spurs, guys. Looking to play the Spurs tomorrow for sure. Over under is at 223, 222.5, and I can only look under. San Antonio shot the ball really well last game. I mean, they're generally not that great of a shooting team, and then Chris Paul slows the tempo down. And if they're gonna win, I think they win it with defense and stifle the Jazz. This meeting was 111, 110 last time, so that stayed under this total. So I do lean to this going under 223. So we'll see. We will see. Yeah. All right. Last game, guys. Last game. And before I get to the last game, I'm doing this for free. I'm literally doing this every night, guys. All I ask is, give a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter. And I mean, why would you not follow me on Twitter? I'm winning bets, guys. So like, I am plus 30 units on the season, meaning for the $100 better, you would be up $3,000 right now. This is only 1 month into the season, so there's like 6 months left. You could be at the end of the season, you'd be up $18,000 if I keep this pace. And guys, I'm not on like some crazy pace right now. I'm at like a high 53% pace right now, win percentage. So like I have room to do better. I fully expect that I will do better. So, plenty of room to make more money, plenty of room to jump on now and play all my plays, guys. So, yeah, last game. We've got the Orlando Magic at the Los Angeles Lakers. Magic are playing right now. Let's take a peek at what they're doing. They are tied, and it's almost halftime, 52-52. So, they're right there with the Clippers. They're right there. They're hanging in there. They're on a 6-game win streak right now, the Orlando Magic are, and the Los Angeles Lakers are on a they're on a 6-game win streak too. So both teams are on a 6-game win streak. I mean, this is fixing to be a really good game tomorrow. It really is. I mean, we'll have to see the Magic minutes report, but again, like I said, did I say this? No, I don't know if I did. No, I did. I did say this yesterday on my podcast. Like Magic, they're going back to the same hotel tonight. They've been in that hotel for a couple nights now. It's not crazy. It's not a crazy spot for them, even though it is back to back. Like it's just wake up, same place. Go play the Lakers. So as long as no one logs like 40 minutes, we really have no concern about the Magic tomorrow. But I do think this is a Lakers spot, just because the Magic they've been getting a lot of good situations for them. They had the 5-game homestand, took advantage of that. They play the shorthanded Phoenix Suns, and now they're playing the shorthanded Clippers without Norman Powell. So, and I just think the Magic, match up well with the Clippers anyways in general. I don't think the Magic match up as well against the Clippers. Against the Lakers. And I think this line's a little too short. This line's at -4.5. -4.5. And the over-under's at 217. And so what I really like in this game the most is that over 217, is because the Magic have been playing a lot of their games under the total. And I just think on a back-to-back, I don't think the Magic are going to be as sharp defensively. I think, that whole theory of tired legs, like, that they might bring intensity, but in a Lakers team that likes to run, they like to shoot, the energy's high in the building, like that you can kind of get lost in that as an opposing team. You can kind of like, wow, they're overwhelming us. Let's get out of our character of playing, good defense and all that stuff. And then Magic players just start trying to shoot and rush offensively and all that stuff. So that's how I kind of see it going. Injury-wise, no Wendell Carter Jr. for tonight for the Magic. He probably won't play tomorrow either, but he is progressing apparently with his injury. Lakers, Rui Hachimura is going to be questionable tomorrow. Anthony Davis is probable. He's been playing. Hachimura has been questionable, and he has not been playing recently, like the past week. So we'll see with Rui. We'll see if he actually plays or not. But other than that, Lakers are looking good. I like that spot for the Lakers, guys. I'm going to sleep on it, look at the line movement tomorrow, and I'm probably going to be on the Lakers first quarter, first half, full game. Their next game is Saturday in LA against Denver. So not like a huge, they do look at Denver as like a good opponent to play. And I think this might be the first time playing this year. I forget. But I think they'll be focused for the Magic. I think they will be. And then the Magic, their next game is at home against the Pistons. So, rested spot for both these teams, except for the Magic, obviously. But yeah, I can only look Lakers, guys. Only look Lakers -4.5 and over 217. I really think I want to bet that over 217. So that's it, guys. That's the YouTube show. That's the podcast. I appreciate you guys for listening. I'll see you tomorrow. Every day, guys. Every day.